Hi there and welcome back to Darlene's Creative Studio. I'm just going to do a quick flip through of some of the things that I purchased while I was in Florida on my vacation. I bid on a few things on eBay, and these are some of the things that I won, if you will, on the bidding. These are some vintage calling cards, and I believe there's about a dozen of them. And these are, in the old days, they used to use these as like their business cards. So if they were going out on a date or something like that with someone, this is what they would give the other person. And if you lift up the little piece on the front, it has their name inside. That one says Fizzy. Her name is, oh no, Lizzie, excuse me. It's got a very decorative L. Lizzie Bonhen. But this is what the calling cards were, and they would have Birdie Snell, and they would have their little names underneath. Katie. So I bid on these. Oh my goodness, that's a long name. Miss Hilda Louise Dykman. Anna Loper. So I grabbed a couple of these. This was one of the things that I've bid on. There's Birdie Schnell again. This one's a little envelope, and I thought it was adorable. Look at that. And this is a man's name, Fred Strunk. And this one, oh, it must have had something on the back, because this one doesn't actually lift up. So that was one of the things that I bid on eBay, and I've scanned these into my computer. One of the other things that I bid on was some bridge cards, and they had all these little tassels on them, and I took them off so that I could scan them, but two of the cards had these long pieces of cord, and then on the end of it is this little tiny pencil. And they were for, I guess, marking when you were playing bridge. You could mark your scores down. So two of them had these little pencils on them. They were really cute. This is actually a dance card, and if you open it up, I guess you get to write down the names of the people that you promised dances to. And these are all from 1923. There was someone's there. I erased some of the names, but there was names on them from 1923. That's a little bridge card. There's another little bridge card. Again, these all had the little ribbons on them. And that's the back. That one was really cute. There it is. Velma, March 6, 1924. So some of them had 1923. I think that was the oldest one. Now this was 1920, January 5th, 1920. And they're all from Velma. So Velma must have kept all hers. June 28th, 1923. This one's pretty, and it came with a little tally card underneath. And then there was this one. And then there was two of these. Yep, and this one's February 8th, 1923. So I had these little bridge playing cards. And then there was this one was Velma's name on it, and it's March 7th, 1924, and they're called bridge bracelets. I guess you're supposed to wear it on your wrist. I don't know. There's that one. And then I bid on some very old receipts. And sorry, I did have this open because I was, excuse me, scanning them. And I just want to make sure that tucks out of the way so I do not get caught on any of the receipts. So I bid on this little bundle, and this is May 8th, 1915, and these are just some old receipts, and I've gone ahead and scanned some of these as well. 1905, this one's a bit of a mess. But they're all very, very thin paper. It's almost tracing paper thickness, if you will. It's very, very thin. 1915, 1905, 1915, these two. They must have been stuck to a page of some kind. This is 1915 as well. It looks like shirts, a jacket, belt. Somebody was ordering some clothes. £500, whatever that was. Oops, 1911. And then there was this one, 1915. You can see the little receipt must have been stuck on there as well. So those were some receipts that I bid on as well. Go. And then I won this little bundle of Christmas postcards. And some of them are blank on the back, and they're in their own individual little sleeves, which is really nice. I think I put all the blank ones on the top. So I'll probably scan some of these as well. I think I got them upside down. Yes, now these ones, this is where you'll start seeing the ones with writing on the back. December 24th. 1907. 1912. 1909. 1911. So there's some really nice ones. I think there was 50. And they're really pretty Christmas cards. I bid on another one and I didn't get that one. 1909. Little birdies on that one. Just beautiful. Just some of the cards are just stunning. I'm really glad I won this one because I love Christmas. Like this one with the December 25th on it. $19.13. So I bid on those and brought those home. And then I also bid on, and I did do a flip through one or two of these on Instagram. I bid on this book here. It's called a cash book. And it had, and I've started pulling some of the pages out so I could scan some of the pages. But it had quite a few of the pages with writing on them. And then at the back of the book, there is quite a few that are blank. So I'll be able to put these in some of my journals. And I did go ahead and scan some of these pages. So there was a few on the back that were blank. So there was this cash book. And this was from 1898. And the spine was already coming apart, so I didn't damage it. It was already damaged. So September 12th, 1898 was this book. And then this was just a little tiny one that I bid on. I think it cost me like $5 or something. And it's a little ledger, and I'm going to scan the cover. And this one had half the pages torn out already, so it was just empty. It was just blank pages in it. So these are all the pages that were in the book that are blank. And I did go ahead and scan these, but I'll be able to use these in my journals as well. I'm just going to turn them this way so they don't damage the corners. So I'll be able to scan that one for a cover. Same with the cash book. I also got this journal. It's a nice thick one. and I'm going to scan the covers. I just have to go where there's a, I can find a larger screen. Mine's only an 8.5 by 11. And this one as well had some pages in it that were used. And then at the back, it had lots and lots of blank pages, and I've gone ahead and taken them out so that I can use them in my journals as well. So lots, and it's got a nice color to them, a nice patina, nice old look, and this one's from the 1930s. I got this in a little tiny book. This came as a set, and this just has some lined paper in it, but look at the color of the paper. It is already brown in age, so I don't have to tea stain it or anything, so I can use those in journals. And then this is another ledger type thing, and it does actually come up. This comes off. If I can get it off. I say that. The lid comes off, and then it just has all these papers in it. And there are some at the beginning that are used, but there's others that are not. So there's quite a few pages in here that I can use in my journals. And then in the middle here, there's also another account. And I just bid on this one, and it didn't cost me very much either. It was just I don't think anybody else was bidding on it, so I wanted. And it just slides in like that. So that was the other one that I got. This one, Suffering Company of Brazil. It's a diary, and the writing in this one is just beautiful. This is from 1918, and look at the writing in this. And I did translate this. I went onto Google, and I found a translator, and I typed in some of the words, and this is actually the written document of the company starting up. And then these are the pages, and the writing is just beautiful. So there's quite a few of those as well. Again, January 28, 1918, April. We've gone to, it looks like August, December, and then they only did 1 year in this book, and then they went to another one. But the page is huge, and it's like all that is empty. And look at this paper on the inside. Isn't that beautiful? So I think I might scan this as well, this paper. But I've got all these pages to work with. Oh, somebody had, and there was a pencil. I was telling the ladies in my craft group, it looks like a little child had gone to town on it. At the very, very back of the book, there was a pencil stuck in here. And the person who started this company, if I can find the first page again, one of the people was M.D. Strong that started the company. And in the back of the book, this pencil was crammed in there, and it actually has Agnes H. Strong, her name on the pencil. So this is probably after 1918 when they gave the book to a child to write in, but the pencil came with it, and the eraser's as hard as a rock. So I thought that was really cool. So I'd like to scan some of these pages just because it is so nice and neat and tidy, and that would look really cool as a receipt and something. See, the child had fun. But this is pencil, so I can probably erase some of these pencil marks. So I'm not too worried about that. Not that I'm going to scan every single page, mind you, but yeah. So lots of pages that I can use and scan for that. So those are some of the things. So what I've been doing is when I got back, I've been unpacking and trying to work with some of the stuff. And I just realized that my studio, my little office, is a spare bedroom, and it's just overflowing. So I think what I'm going to do is try and organize things. I'm going to go through all my papers and that kind of thing and rearrange it and put up some bookshelves, and so that I can see all my tools and stuff. And once I do that, I think I will do a tour of my studio. And once I do the tour of my studio, then I'm actually going to record some of my favorite tools that I use all the time, that people might want to know which ones I go back to over and over again. Some of the things that I like to use over and over again, like some of the threads that I buy and things like that. So that's kind of what I'm working on. So I haven't disappeared. I'm just kind of getting my place organized. I did finish off my carousel. I did do a video on this little carousel. This was one of those film slide negative carousels that I made. And this was the black one. And I filled it up with all these little tags. And I actually finished the tags. And what I did was I shrunk my business card and I printed it on this linen paper that I got at a thrift store. And I glued them on. So I have the front of my card and the back of my card on these little tags. And I just added some little cotton fabric there on the ends. And I have 100 business cards now. And I'm going to have this at my show so that when people come by and want my business card, I can just pull a tag out and give them a business card. And I'm just going to have this little jar sitting in the middle here like that. And this will be centered, and I'll have some pens in there and some draw tickets. I usually have a little draw for one of my journals. So I just wanted to show you the finished product. I was working on that and, like I say, sorting through a lot of stuff. So once I get everything organized, I'm hoping to have the bookshelves put together next week, and I'll do a quick video and a tour of my studio. If you have any comments or questions or suggestions for a video, please leave the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you real soon.